Good morning, it's Mrs. Story with Science on Vacation. I'm coming to you live from Oakland, which is right across the bay from San Francisco. And we've been spending a lot of time hiking and climbing and in the sun, and it is amazing. But my first lesson, I suppose, is to wear sunscreen because, dude, I got burnt. My second thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is that it is spring here. They just got over their wet season, and it smells amazing. As soon as you get off the plane, it's just overpowering. And my brother is an incredible gardener. He's an urban forester, and so we're staying at his place, and one of the things that you notice right away when you come in there are the amazing plants that he has, plants that we don't have in South Dakota. And so I want to share with you one of those plants that I just found out that I love, not only because it tastes amazing, but also because it's super fun to say. And that plant is the lemon kumquat. So let me show you that real quick. The lemon kumquat kind of tastes like a lemon, but you can eat the skin and all. It's like really thin and juicy and just really flavorful. And so you can just take it off the tree and bite into it, and it's fantastic. But it does have a little bit of sourness to it. And so I started thinking about what makes things sour. And the truth of the matter is, things that make it sour is because it's an acid. And so coming back to what we talked about being the beginning of the year, what is an acid versus what is a base? And so there's a scale that goes from 0 all the way to 14. And right in the middle is water. For the most part, our water, here's my water, is at a steady 7. But if you go higher or lower on the scale, that makes it acidic or alkaline, which is base. And so lower on the scale would be more acidic, and higher on the scale would be more alkaline. And so lemons have a very acidic, and so they would be down in the lower numbers, and baking soda and things like that are more basic, and so they'd be higher up in the scale. And so when we start to look at these things, we notice that there seems to be a pattern with growing plants and vegetables, whether or not they're acidic or they're basic, and what kind of soil they need, because truth of the matter is the soil makes a difference. Now, the first thing you have to know when you're studying acids and bases is it comes back to water, or as I like to say, water. Yeah, you can hate me, but you can't correct me because I'm so far away and I can't hear you. So anyway, so we know water has a level of 7 right in the middle. And if you think about the molecules that make up water, H2O, right? It's H2 and O, so 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen, right? So when you split it apart, you can take one of those hydrogens and put it separate, and then O and H kind of like pair off like besties, and they don't want anything to do with that other hydrogen. And so that poor lonesome hydrogen, when it compiles and when things are primarily have a lot of extra hydrogens, then we call them acids. And when they have primarily a lot of OHs, the pair that just wouldn't let that other hydrogen hang out, then we call that a base or an alkaline. And so our foods are acids and bases. And so what's crazy is like the different things that those acids and bases prefer. So the soil itself, if you look at a potted plant, the soil is acidic as well. And so it could be either acidic or it could be basic. And certain plants thrive in certain soils. And so it's very important to know and to do a pH test of your soil if you're trying to plant certain things. So for example, if you want to grow a sweet potato, which more commonly we call a yam, then you're going to want to use a very, very acidic soil. And if you want to grow something like garlic, then you're going to want to use something more like a slightly acidic soil. And then if you want something like cilantro, which is amazing and awesome in salsa, you're going to want to go for an alkaline soil. So my challenge for you guys is to email me, you can get my email address on the website, what kind of soil does a lemon need? What kind of soil does a lemon tree need? And you need to tell me, does it want more hydrogen in the soil or more hydrogen and oxygen in the soil? So OH or H. Okay, you have till the end of the day, extra credit point on your final report card.